And then you can watch merge flow, enable the coffee mug, scroll down, upload the design as double-sided print. It enables all of the color choices, and boom, there we go. The coffee mug's already been published, and now it's going to move on to the next one. Merge flow now lets you publish coffee mugs to your existing listings with a double-sided print. This is the fastest way to upload coffee mugs at the moment, and it's what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. So I'll have a link to Merge Flow down below. It's a browser extension and it's free up to tier 10,000. It lets you very easily filter through your catalog, make changes to prices, add new products, and delete products as well if they haven't sold. And it's way better than Productor from my experience. And if you're above tier 10,000, it's $29.99 a month, which does seem quite high, but I've been using it for like 3 months now and I really, really love this. There's also a $1 trial. You can get a month for $1 essentially if you follow the link in the description. And once you've got it installed, you'll see Merge Flow at the top right here. You want to head to the design tab to enable coffee mugs. Quick side note, if you've already had Merge Flow installed prior to watching this video, you might need to update the browser extension to see this new feature. It doesn't update automatically, at least not from my experience. It doesn't do it as often. So go into your browser settings, find Merge Flow and just update the extension to the latest version. It should be 5.1.15. That's the one that I'm using, or anything newer. The next step in the Designs tab will be filtering out products. So we need to filter down essentially the designs where we want to enable coffee mugs. Now this is down to you. You could filter out products that have sold really well for you and essentially enable coffee mugs on your best sellers first. You could filter out the uploads from your previous month, or maybe uploads from 2025 or from 2024, and then enable mugs on those. You could filter out a brand name as well and enable the coffee mugs on a specific brand first. For example, you could use the preset filters right here, extend the sales category and say anything that's sold in the last 90 days, that's what I want to add my coffee mugs to. Or you could scroll all the way to the right, and where it says date created, you could say between, and then just filter out a specific month or just the entire year if that's what you want to do. You have a page size at the bottom, so you might want to adjust this right here if you want to do this with like a set of 1,000 listings at once, but I would test it with just a small sample size first. So next, once you've filtered out essentially what you want to enable mugs for, there's another really cool feature that they've added. So once you've selected your designs, you can now click on this little symbol right here and say detect background preference of selected designs, meaning it will scan the designs and figure out which background color is this optimized for. And then you can filter out just the designs that will work on coffee mugs or on light colors. That's the goal. Now, to run this on 100 listings, it does take a little while. So I'll just show you this in this example with, let's do like the first 10 or something, 12 selected right here. And then we'll click on this, detect a background color preference. You can see some of them are already filled in. I have ran this a few times so far on multiple filtered listings. And you can see some of them say dark, some of them say light, both colors right here. And what you want to do once you've essentially scanned a batch of your listings right here is you want to filter out the ones that are optimized for both colors and for light colors. You don't want the ones for dark. Those won't work on coffee mugs. And then once those are filtered out, you can clear your selection and then select all on this page right here. You want to then click add missing products. Scroll down all the way until you see mug. And if you check the mug box right here, you then get the option to change the colors to custom. And that way you can enable all of the color options for mugs. So you want to highlight all of them. And for print type, go to double-sided right here. And that's basically it. You can save this as a preset if you want. And then it's just hitting apply on the bottom right side. Click OK. Then as you can see, this gets added to the Publish tab. Once you go to Publish, you've got your queue ready. You can queue up multiple tasks with different goals at the same time as well. It doesn't really matter. This tool is very, very smart. You can change the delay between page loads right here if you wanted to go a little bit slower and not to seem like it's, spamming the marketplace. So you have the choice over that, and then just click Publish All, and then you can watch Merge Flow, enable the coffee mug, scroll down, upload the design as double-sided print. It enables all of the color choices, and boom, there we go. The coffee mug's already been published, and now it's going to move on to the next one. And just a few hours after I finished recording, Merge Flow added another update that's really helpful for mugs. I'm now on version 5.116. What you can do now is you can, when you go to add missing products, you can actually add effects right here. Artwork effects is the new tab. What does this do? If you have designs that are optimized for dark t-shirts, they might actually work on coffee mugs if you overlay black. You can see the example there with the unicorns, especially if you have a lot of text-based designs. Just overlaying black will work like a charm. If you have very detailed graphics with a lot of colors, maybe it won't work. But anyway, it depends on the style. But if you have a list of designs that you just want to add black to and then upload them to the mugs, you can do it with this simple button here. So you click on color overlay. By default it's black, but you can change this to another color as well if you want to. Then it's the same game. So double-sided design right here. For the colors, you just want to select all of them, and then you can save a preset once again if this is what you're going to be using moving forward, and then you apply, which should everything to the publish queue. In my case, these are all processing, so it didn't work, but just for demonstrational purposes, you now have the option to get this color overlay to help out with designs that are optimized for dark backgrounds. So this is definitely huge. It's the fastest way to push coffee mugs right now, and whilst it only works for existing listings and not for uploading new designs, I think it's something that you should be taking advantage of, especially if you have a bunch of old designs that already have sales. Probably start with those, or start with whatever you've uploaded more recently. And then if you want to push new designs, tools like Merch Titans or Flying Upload are going to be your go-to choice. Once Flying Upload has the update that lets you upload double-sided coffee mugs as well, I'll make another tutorial to show you how to do that. But for now, MerchFlow, one of the best options if you have existing listings that you want to enable coffee mugs on. If you want to learn more about coffee mugs and make the most out of this new addition to Amazon Merch products, check out this video next, where I share the PSD template that will help you perfectly align your designs, as well as a free tool that bulk resizes everything onto double-sided prints.